Winter's coming fast, and so are the headaches. Between supply chain hiccups, unpredictable weather, and people panic buying like it's the apocalypse, grocery shelves can clear out before you blink. And trust us, it's the essentials that vanish first. Today we're breaking down 8 foods you'll wish you stocked up on before they're gone, and you're left staring at empty aisles. These aren't just nice-to-haves. They're survival foods, the kind that keep you fed, warm, and sane when things get dicey. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and buckle up. This winter might get messy. Don't say we didn't warn you. 1. Shelf-stable dairy alternatives. Alright, first up on our list, shelf-stable dairy alternatives. These are an absolute game-changer for when things get dicey. Why? Because they last forever. Or at least it feels like it. Unlike regular milk, which is basically ticking time bomb dairy, these bad boys can sit in your pantry for months, even years without spoiling. No fridge? No problem. They're the ultimate backup plan, and trust me, when winter rolls in and fresh groceries start to vanish, you'll wish you had a stash of these lifesavers ready to go. Now, what are we actually talking about here? Options like almond milk, oat milk, soy milk, and coconut milk. You've probably noticed these on store shelves or lurking in your pantry already. But don't underestimate their power when times get tough. They're designed for the long haul. If unopened, some brands can hang around for up to a year or longer. Compare that to traditional dairy, which starts stinking up your fridge the second you so much as look at it wrong. The best part? These aren't just milk wannabes. They pack some legit nutrition. Take almond milk, for instance. It's loaded with vitamin E, an antioxidant that your immune system will thank you for during flu season. Plus, it's great for your skin, which, let's be real, basically turns into sandpaper the minute winter kicks in. Moving on to oat milk. It's got fiber, which means you'll not only feel fuller longer, but your gut will thank you, and you won't be gorging on junk food every few hours. Then there's soy milk, the MVP if you're looking for a protein punch. It's one of the closest alternatives to regular milk in the protein department, which is a massive win if you're skipping animal products altogether. But shelf-stable dairy alternatives aren't just about keeping you alive. They're versatile, too. Fancy a creamy soup or a rich sauce? Boom, almond or soy milk's got your back. Baking a cake or whipping up pancakes? They'll slide right into the recipe without missing a beat. Want to cuddle up with a latte on a freezing morning? Oat milk's got that creamy vibe that'll make you forget it's not dairy. Not to mention, coconut milk in a curry is basically one of life's greatest joys. The point is, they're flexible, and you need that when you're working with whatever's left over in your pantry during a winter crisis. And here's a bonus these bad boys bring to the table. Most of them are fortified with calcium and vitamin D. This is huge, especially in winter. Since you're probably not basking in the sun and soaking up that natural vitamin D, these fortified drinks help bridge the gap. Calcium and vitamin D work together to keep your bones strong, which is pretty important when the closest thing to exercise you're doing is shuffling between your couch and the heater. Not to mention, these alternatives cater to just about everyone. Lactose-free, gluten-free, and vegan-friendly for starters. Whether you're sensitive to dairy or just looking to go plant-based, they've got you covered. Coconut milk? Great for desserts and soups. Oat milk? A coffee lover's dream. Seriously? Have you tried it in a latte? Game changed. And hey, if you're someone who cares about sustainability, these products win extra points. Producing and storing shelf-stable dairy alternatives generally leaves a smaller carbon footprint compared to traditional dairy. A lot of brands also use eco-friendly packaging, and without the need for refrigeration, you've got less energy waste during transport and storage. Saving the planet while staying prepared? That's a win-win. Finally, and I can't stress this enough, these drinks are ridiculously reliable when everything else seems to go downhill. Power outage, regular milk's done for, but your shelf-stable backup doesn't even blink. Supply chain issues? These puppies are already sitting in your pantry, ready to go. Come snowstorm or sudden shortage, they've got your back. 2. Dried beans and lentils. Next up, dried beans and lentils. Seriously, if these aren't in your winter stockpile, you're doing it wrong. These little powerhouses can save your wallet and your stomach when grocery store shelves start looking barren. Affordable, crazy versatile, and practically immortal when stored right, beans and lentils are the unsung heroes of winter prep. They're packed with plant-based protein and fiber, so whether you're skipping meat or just dealing with the ridiculous prices of fresh stuff in winter, these guys have your back. Here's the deal: you've got options. Black beans, kidney beans, pinto beans, chickpeas, and lentils in every shade of the rainbow: red, green, brown, you name it. Each one packs its own punch in texture and spices. One night you could whip up a hearty lentil soup with some carrots and spices. The next, maybe a rich chickpea stew or some black beans tossed with rice. The variety alone is worth stockpiling these, because who wants the same boring meal day after day? And you know what the real kicker is? The shelf life. Properly stored in an airtight container, dried beans and lentils can last you a solid 5 to 10 years. That's not a typo, 10 years. Keep them in a cool, dry spot, and you basically have a no-refrigeration, apocalypse-ready food source staring right at you. Power outages? Who cares? Supply chain chaos? Not your problem. These don't spoil, wilt, or turn into mush like other pantry items. That's why they're at the top of the smart shopper's list. Now, cooking them is where some people might hesitate, but trust me, it's nothing a little planning can't fix. Lentils? Easy. No soaking required. Just toss them in a pot and they're ready to eat in 20-30 minutes. Perfect for when you're starving and need a real meal fast. Beans take a bit more effort since they need soaking. Think of it as prep work. An overnight soak softens them up and makes cooking faster and digestion easier. Or, if patience isn't your thing, go for the quick soak method. Bring them to a boil, turn off the heat, and soak them for an hour. Problem solved. Once they're ready to go, their versatility shines. Soups, stews, casseroles, or even shoved into tacos. There's hardly a dish beans or lentils won't enhance. Pair them with rice or quinoa and you've got yourself a complete, protein-packed dinner without needing meat. Chickpeas for hummus? Yes, please. Lentils in a curry? Comfort food at its finest. Add those to go spices or whatever's left in your fridge and boom. A warm, filling, budget-friendly meal. If budget's on your mind, and whose isn't, here's another reason to stock up. Buying dried beans and lentils in bulk is dirt cheap. You can feed your family for weeks on what it costs to buy fresh protein for just a couple of days. And because they're naturally gluten-free, vegan, and allergen-friendly, pretty much everyone in your household can eat them. Dietary restrictions? Not an issue. Plus, they're nutritional beasts, packed with iron, potassium, B vitamins, and of course, that glorious protein. Iron is a big deal in winter, especially when fatigue sneaks up on you, and potassium keeps your heart health in check while helping manage blood pressure. At the end of the day, beans and lentils are a no-brainer. Long-lasting, cheap, packed with nutrition, and practically begging to be thrown into your winter recipes. Why wouldn't you stock up? Honestly, if you don't already have a stash of these pantry MVPs, what are you waiting for? The winter shortages aren't going to wait for you to make up your mind. 3. Nut butters. Up next, nut butters. Yes, I'm talking peanut butter, almond butter, and even cashew butter. If you're not already hoarding these jars of creamy gold, you're missing out. These little powerhouses offer everything you need during winter: nutrition, energy, convenience, and a shelf life that laughs in the face of expiry dates. When fresh ingredients are hard to come by, nut butters are the reliable old friends that won't bail on you. Why are they so great? For starters, they're loaded with protein, healthy fats, fiber, and a laundry list of essential vitamins and minerals. Take peanut butter. It packs about 8 grams of plant protein per 2 tablespoons. That's huge, especially when fresh meat or other protein sources suddenly become either unavailable or stupidly expensive during winter. Plus, it's ridiculously versatile. Toss it in a smoothie, smear it on toast, or just grab a spoon and eat it straight from the jar. No judgment here. Now, almond butter levels up your game too. Not only does it bring protein and healthy fats to the table, but it's also rich in vitamin E, that magic antioxidant that keeps your cells happy, your skin less cracked, and your immune system ready to kick winter colds to the curb. Winter is prime flu season, so you're going to want that backup. On top of that, almond butter serves up magnesium too, which helps regulate blood sugar and keeps muscles from locking up when you're shivering in the cold. And then there's cashew butter. Sure, it has a bit less protein, but what it does have is a boatload of copper and iron. 2 absolute must-haves for keeping energy levels up and your immune system firing on all cylinders. Feeling low on energy during those dark winter days? Cashew butter is like a little jar of edible motivation. One of the best things about nut butters is how filling they are. The combination of protein, fiber, and healthy fats hits the sweet spot for keeping you satisfied for hours. No random snack cravings, no energy crashes, just steady fuel to keep you going. And in winter, when your body's burning more calories to stay warm, this is exactly what you need. And don't even get me started on versatility. You can drop a dollop of almond butter into a smoothie for a protein and flavor boost. Turn a banana into a filling snack with some peanut butter, or swirl cashew butter into oatmeal for a creamy, energy-packed breakfast. Bake with it, cook with it, or just use it as a quick go-to snack. It fits into every meal without breaking a sweat. The possibilities are endless, and in winter, when you're often working with what's left in your pantry, that flexibility is priceless. Now, before you grab just any jar off the shelf, check the label. Look for nut butters made with just nuts, and maybe a touch of salt if you like. Skip the ones packed with added sugars, hydrogenated oils, and unnecessary junk. The cleaner the ingredients, the better it is for you and for stockpiling. The real kicker? Nut butters last for months, sometimes over a year, if sealed tightly and stored in a cool, dry place. No refrigeration drama. Even open jars are good to go as long as the lid stays on and you don't mind the texture changes. It's the perfect backup for power outages or snowstorms when refrigeration might not be an option. Got specific dietary needs? Nut butters have you covered. They're naturally gluten-free, great for vegetarians and vegans, and come in peanut-free options if you go for almond or cashew butter. Everyone can get in on the nut butter action. And don't forget, they're calorically dense, which is a huge plus in winter when your body is burning through energy just to stay warm. A jar of peanut butter might not look like much, but it can keep you fueled for days if you're in a pinch. The future of food. Nut butters check every box. Easy to store? Check. Packed with protein and nutrients? Check. Can you eat it 100 different ways? Double check. Stock up now and save yourself the regret of watching empty shelves where the nut butters used to be. Or spices and seasonings. All right, next on the list, spices and seasonings. Seriously, if you're out here trying to make winter meals without these, good luck. These little jars of magic are your shortcut from boring, bland food to mouth-watering meals, even when your fridge is looking empty. Don't underestimate them. A pinch of this, a dash of that, and suddenly you're a kitchen wizard. Spices aren't just about taste, though. They pack some serious health perks which you're going to need with flu season lurking. Take turmeric, for example. It's got curcumin, an anti-immuno compound that helps with joint health and cuts down on inflammation. Pro tip, pair it with black pepper to maximize absorption. Then there's cinnamon. Not only does it make everything smell and taste amazing, but it also helps stabilize blood sugar. Sprinkle some into your oatmeal or coffee and call it a win. And you can't go wrong with ginger. It's a gut savior, great for digestion and even better for boosting your immune system. Ginger tea, stir fries, baked goods, you name it, ginger's got your back. Oh, and while we're at it, stock up on garlic powder. Fresh garlic's great until it runs out or goes bad. Garlic powder lasts forever and comes with immune-boosting, antibacterial properties that are perfect for staying healthy during the colder months. You can't forget the essentials like salt and black pepper. Salt makes everything taste 10 times better. And black pepper? It's got a kick and even helps you absorb nutrients from other spices. Throw in some dried herbs, basil, thyme, oregano, and rosemary, and suddenly, your soups and roasted dishes are next level. These herbs last for years in proper storage, so they're a no-brainer. Now, for the heavy hitters. Cumin, paprika, and cayenne pepper. They're the perfect trio for hearty winter meals. Cumin's warm, earthy vibe makes your chili or stew unforgettable. Paprika adds depth and color, and if you like a bit of heat, cayenne brings that fire and a metabolism boost. Don't forget the winter-specific spices like nutmeg and cloves. They're the stars of holiday recipes, creamy sauces, and hot drinks. Spices and seasonings also make everything more exciting. Eating the same pantry staples every day sucks, but add different seasonings and suddenly every meal feels new. Plus, they're shelf-stable for years, budget-friendly, and don't take up much space. Stock up on these flavor MVPs now, because when shelves go bare, your future self will thank you. 5. Honey. All right, now we're talking honey, the liquid gold of your winter pantry. If you're not stocking up on this stuff, you're seriously missing out. Honey isn't just a sweetener. It's an unspoilable, versatile powerhouse that can handle almost anything winter throws your way. Fun fact? Archaeologists have found jars of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are still edible. That's right, this stuff lasts forever. Why? Honey's secret lies in its low moisture content and natural acidity, which make it nearly impossible for bacteria or mold to grow. Translation? It's basically immortal. If the world ends tomorrow, your jar of honey will still be good. But honey isn't just about its staying power. It's packed with antioxidants like flavonoids and phenolic acids, which are badass when it comes to fighting oxidative stress. On top of that, you'll get small doses of vitamins and minerals like vitamin C, calcium, and magnesium, just the kind of boost you need in the colder months. Now, honey's not just a pantry flex, it's a natural remedy too. Got a scratchy throat? Honey's got you. Want to stop coughing your lungs out? Add it to some tea. We're talking centuries-old wisdom here, people. Honey's antibacterial properties, especially in special varieties like Manuka, even make it useful for minor wound care. And if you want to keep your gut happy, honey's prebiotic properties help feed that good bacteria your body loves. But wait, there's more. Honey isn't just a top-tier sweetener, it's also a decent alternative to sugar, thanks to its lower glycemic index. Sure, you still don't want to go crazy with it, but it won't spike your blood sugar as fast as regular sugar. Plus, did I mention its preservative powers? Stir honey into homemade syrups or jams, and they'll last way longer. And there are... Storing honey is stupid simple. Keep it in a cool, dry spot with the lid on tight. If it crystallizes, don't panic. It's still good. Just warm it gently and it'll go back to its silky, golden glory. Honey's also good for the planet. Supporting honey production helps protect bees, which are essential for pollinating so many of the crops we eat. Stocking up on honey just makes sense. It lasts forever, boosts your health, and helps the environment in one sweet, sticky package. 6. Dehydrated and freeze-dried vegetables. Alright, let's talk veggies, but not the fresh kind, because newsflash, winter doesn't care about your salad cravings. Dehydrated and freeze-dried vegetables are your secret weapon for staying healthy without the hassle of overpriced, wilted produce. These options are built for the long haul, nutrient-packed, lightweight, and shelf-stable for years. If you're not stocking up, you're setting yourself up for bland, boring meals when fresh options disappear. Here's the deal. Dehydrated veggies are made by removing water with heat, while freeze-dried ones go through a vacuum process after being frozen. Translation: freeze-dried keeps more flavor, texture, and nutrients, while dehydrated has a chewier vibe. But honestly, both are solid choices and way better than scraping the bottom of the canned veggie barrel. These are perfect for small spaces, lightweight and compact, but packed with goodness. Freeze-dried veggies? They can last up to 25 years if sealed right. Dehydrated ones? Around 10 to 15 years. Either way, they're practically immortal compared to fresh greens rotting in your fridge in a week. Who wants soggy kale when you can have shelf-stable spinach ready to go? Cooking with these is easy. Just add water and boom, nutritious veggies ready for soups, stews, casseroles, or whatever you're throwing together. Freeze-dried veggies stay vibrant and keep their crunch if presentation matters. Dehydrated ones? Perfect for heartier meals like slow-cooked chili. And guess what? No preservatives like your salty canned junk. It's just the veggies. Clean and simple. Now, if variety is your thing, these got you. Think peppers, carrots, onions, and green beans for guaranteed meal staples. Feeling fancy? Add freeze-dried broccoli or spinach for that extra vitamin boost. Even summer favorites like corn and tomatoes are on the table, giving your pantry a pop of color and flavor all winter long. No waste, no fridge drama, and a serious upgrade to your meal game. You rehydrate only what you need, which means nothing goes to the trash. Plus, they're lifesavers during power outages. These seriously have no downsides. Stock up on dehydrated and freeze-dried veggies now, because once they're gone, they're gone. Don't wait until you're staring at empty shelves, wishing you'd planned ahead. 7. Pasta and noodles. Next up. Pasta and noodles. If you're not already stocking up on these, what are you even doing? These are the ultimate pantry MVPs. Cheap, versatile, and basically indestructible when stored right. Toss them in a cool, dry spot and they'll stick around for years, ready to save you from boring, empty shelf dinners. The best part? The variety. Seriously, there's pasta and noodles for everything. Spaghetti, penne, rice noodles, egg noodles, you name it. Craving lasagna? Done. Asian-inspired stir-fry? Easy. Gluten-free? Grab rice or chickpea pasta. There's something for every diet and dish, so you'll never run out of options. Don't hate on carbs either. Cold months call for hearty meals, and pasta delivers that quick energy boost you need. Pair it with beans or lentils for protein, throw in some canned or frozen veggies, and boom, you've got a balanced, filling meal. Bonus, it's super cheap, making it easy to stock up without wrecking your budget. Cooking pasta couldn't be easier. Boil water, dump it in, and you're good to go in under 10 minutes. Keep it simple with olive oil and spices, or get fancy with sauces, cheese, and whatever veggies you've got lying around. And if you've got frozen proteins or canned tomatoes, you're in business for a top-tier pasta bake or a big pot of noodle soup. And hey, pasta doesn't just play a backup role, it's a star. Egg noodles in a hearty stew or ramen-style soups with rice noodles, perfect winter comfort meals. Plus, leftovers heat up like a dream, making it perfect for meal prep. One dish today can easily turn into tomorrow's lunch with just a little effort. The bottom line? Pasta and noodles are the backbone of any well-stocked pantry. They're shelf-stable, versatile, and dirt cheap. A triple threat for surviving winter food shortages. Don't wait until all the good stuff is gone. Stock up now and thank yourself later. 8. Canned fish. Last but definitely not least, canned fish. If this isn't on your winter stockpile list, you're playing yourself. Tuna, salmon, sardines, mackerel, They're all loaded with omega-3s, protein, and essential nutrients that'll keep you fueled when fresh options vanish. Oh, and they last for years, making them a no-brainer for any pantry. Why is canned fish a winner? Omega-3 fatty acids. These not only keep your heart healthy, but also boost brain function and even help fight off the winter blues. Yep, those fatty acids can help with seasonal depression while keeping inflammation in check. Pair that with a serious dose of high-quality protein, and you've got a food that keeps your muscles strong and your energy up. Important when the cold has you burning extra calories just to stay warm. Then we've got vitamin D. Winter equals less sunlight, which means your body struggles to make this essential nutrient naturally. Luckily, canned salmon, sardines, and mackerel are packed with it, supporting your bones and your immune system during cold and flu season. Toss in minerals like selenium, zinc, and iodine, and canned fish basically becomes your bottled nutritional insurance. The best part? It's stupid versatile. Make a quick meal with tuna salad, throw salmon into rice bowls, or mix sardines into your pasta for a salty upgrade. Feeling fancy? Whip up some salmon cakes or add mackerel to a charcuterie board for a gourmet twist. Whatever you do, it's simple, quick, and satisfying. And if you're thinking, isn't fresh fish better? Sure, but good luck finding fresh fish midwinter that doesn't cost a fortune. Canned fish is affordable, shelf-stable, and easier to store. Just pop it in the pantry and forget about it until you need it. Plus, no freezer space? No problem. These cans don't care if your power goes out. Whether it's tuna, sardines, or wild-caught salmon, canned fish has your back when things get tight. Stock up now, because once store shelves run dry, you'll wish you had. Trust me, this tiny pantry powerhouse could be the thing that keeps your meals balanced all season long.